Hello everybody, I am Tom, and you are watching me play Warframe. Today, it's going to be my Loki build. This decoy is probably going to be here for like a million years unless I kill him and put him somewhere else. Because he lasts for like 74 seconds, but I want him there for the intro. You can stay there. But this is my Loki build. I said last time my Loki build takes no former. I went through this week and played with him a bit more and saw where I could optimize him, and I did end up putting a former on him. Only the one was required. But if we go over his abilities first. His passive is that he can hang from walls for ages. 10 times longer than normal, and normal is a ludicrously long amount anyway. His first ability is Decoy. He, as you saw there, he puts out a copy of himself, which will stand there shooting a weapon, and enemies will attack it. That combos kind of well with his second ability, which is Invisibility. So he just, I mean, it's self-explanatory, he turns invisible. On this build, it lasts for 36 seconds, and I have base energy drain, so it's 50 energy. Switch Teleport, he can instantly transmit himself over to where someone is and put them where he was, and they end up confused for a few seconds. It's worth noting that you can do that with his decoy, so you can place his decoy and then switch teleport with his decoy. It's useful in a couple of spy vaults, but honestly, I tend not to use it, just because it can get a bit fiddly, but it is certainly a viable strategy. And then finally we have Radial Disarm, where you set forth a big wave of energy, and it will disarm all the enemies in the vicinity, forcing them to use melee weapons. But that's all he's a very simple Warframe. But he's also very, very effective. He also has a very good place in my heart because my starter was Loki. Which, to those who've been playing the game a while, you realize just how long I've been playing the game for Loki to be my starter, because currently you can't start as Loki. I did. But we'll go over the build now. This here is my Loki build. For starters, we have Corrosive Projection, which gets rid of armor. Always good. Cutting Drift, this is here for ability range. Nothing else pretty much. The Slide and Friction, again, is very nice, adds a bit of speed, but the range is why it's here. Prime Continuity adds a bunch of duration. Narrow-Minded adds a bunch of duration at the cost of range. Constitution is here for the ability duration. It also has Fast Knockback Recovery, which, I mean, it's nice, but it's here because of the duration. Augur Message, duration, once again. You can see a theme beginning to form. Prime Flow and Quick Thinking are here for survivability on the few times where you're not invisible or where you don't get a chance to be invisible. Not to mention giving him a lot of energy is also nice because on this current build I have no efficiency upped. So, I mean, it's 50 energy to go invisible. That's a pretty steep ask, to be fair. But when you have 656 energy, it's less of an issue. It's worth noting here that it's definitely an idea to get rid of Augur Message and instead put in, a Maxline Streamline to get 30% efficiency down, or even Fleeting Expertise to get the 60% efficiency down. That'll cut your invisibility time a lot, but you'll be able to cast it more often. This is fairly heavily reliant on Xeneric to keep your energy up, which is worth noting. But we have Prime Flow Quick Thinking. This keeps you alive and also gives you a big energy pool so you can use your abilities. Overextended ups your range a bunch and lowers your strength. And finally we have a Radiating Disarm. This is an augment for Radial Disarm that essentially, when you disarm all the enemies, you also give them a radiation proc, and radiation proc makes them attack each other. So essentially for 9 seconds, they'll sit there hitting each other with melee weapons. Doesn't really do much, it just, I mean, it stops them attacking your teammates. That's the main reason this is here. If you're soloing stuff with Loki, you can easily replace this with another mod. Like I said, for efficiency, for instance. But you can just swap this out for a Streamline. Makes you slightly more efficient. Your invisibility only costs 35 energy in that case rather than 50. But I like Radiating Disarm. Mainly, this is again mainly a group thing, but this is the build I usually run with, and I don't bother changing it around much. As far as Arcanes, just my general setup for Arcane Aegis, Arcane Nullifier, because these are the ones that, well, they're the ones that I have that I enjoy using. Arcane Aegis I like a lot, and Arcane Nullifier is just, I don't like magnetic procs, so it's good. But, into the test. I guess I'll just do the 140. I've got to... Yeah. Ugh. I have to reset this up now. Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that cut. I think this is my normal setup. It's been a long time since I've had to reset it, but I just did. Anyway, I'll do the 145 setup, because honestly, invisibility, so never getting shot. See, here we go, invisible. I'll give myself a bunch of energy. Ordinarily, I do this at the start of the mission just by going into Zeneric. And you can see it will up my invisibility time quite significantly. These guys are all already alerted. Ordinarily, I would get a lot of stealth kills here. As it stands now, I'm just beating people up with my wolf hammer. As you can see now, my invisibility is slowly ticking out. Now it's gone. Just recast it. And put out a decoy to group everybody up. The decoy dies very quickly, unfortunately. Allow me to get headshots, please. There we go. Headshots make things easier. Vector's Prime. Pretty good at murdering stuff. Can show off his 3. I'll switch teleport with that guy. He doesn't know what's going on. And I can cast his 4. Watch these guys kill each other for a while. They'll also ignore me, which is nice. Well, they won't ignore me per se. What they will do is attack. They'll attack whatever's closest. If I happen to be the one that's closest, they'll attack me too. It's kind of a pointless ability, because aside from butchers, none of them do any melee damage. And to be fair, like, they don't really do any damage to each other more generally. But you can just pick them up with headshots at this point. Go invisible again. I'm just playing with him at this point. But I think he should be the last one. Yeah. As you can see, invisibility essentially equals... I mean, it's the best way of tanking. If they can't see you, they don't attack you. If they're not attacking you, you don't take any damage. And Loki is pretty damn good at being invisible. The benefit to his invisibility is, although it is on a timer, which a lot of Warframes have invisibility that is completely off a timer, so they can just have invisibility. The benefit of his is he still has full range of movement, unlike Avara. So he can run around as much as he likes, going at full speed, which makes him probably the optimal choice for spies, if I were to hazard a guess. And a lot of things where you want to be sneaky, like rescues and stuff as well, because he can go invisible and just run past everything. As I just showed there, he has no problem getting rid of enemies, so long as you have a weapon to accommodate it, but... I mean... yeah, he's just the king of invisibility, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. And with the current build I have, he is invisible for a very long time, as you can see here. You can have a decoy out for like 75 seconds, his invisibility lasts 36 seconds. You can switch teleport, and then he can radial disarm. So everyone drops their weapons. All in all, very simple, but very, very good Warframe. I like Loki a lot. I was going to show off the weapon that I got as well. I finally farmed this off the wolf, but I'm invisible, so you can't see me. I guess we'll just wait the 7 seconds. It'll be an amazing reveal. There we go. So I got the wolf's hammer, which is really, really cool. It's a boomerang hammer, which is the coolest thing ever. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I love it a lot. But the main point of this video is Loki. And that's pretty much it. He's as I said, very, very simple. You just go invisible and either kill things or rush the objective, depending on what you want to do. And he can do both fairly well. You can use him for pretty much anything, and I do. You'll notice here I have the scar on him, the scar sigil on him, because I used him for, spoilers, the second dream. But I use him on pretty much all of the story missions, simply because he's my starter and I like him a lot. But, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye.